Elon Musk has confirmed that Tesla will build an Optimus production line with an annual capacity of 1 million units at Fremont and another with a capacity of 10 million units at Giga, Texas. The company has completely dismantled the Model S and Model X production lines to make way for manufacturing the first Generation 3 Optimus robots, which will feature major engineering upgrades. According to Ashok Elaswamy, Tesla's head of AI, he wrote on X, "Big shoes to fill, but I'm confident Optimus will not disappoint." The Tesla Optimus Gen 3 is expected to debut in August with at least 5 major upgrades. While the robots will initially be deployed primarily inside Tesla factories, Elon Musk's long-term vision is to sell them commercially as a major profit driver. This version is expected to handle up to 100 expanded task types per day, thanks to its ability to learn autonomously and share knowledge with other Optimus robots. However, Elon Musk has also acknowledged that the Tesla bot may still make occasional bugs.
Because it's probably have a few bugs, but it's going to be very cool.
So are they safe enough or useful enough to need them at scale? What will most people use them for? And what's on the next generation Tesla bot? The first thing we want to clarify is that the phrase "a few bugs" does not mean Optimus Gen 3 will become an out-of-control machine. In robotics, a bug can be something as minor as misinterpreting a command, taking longer to recognize an object, placing a cup slightly off target, or stumbling when encountering an unexpected step. With a smartphone, a software bug might simply cause an app to crash. But with a humanoid robot, a software bug can translate into a physical action, right inside your home. Imagine telling Optimus, "Bring me my food," only for it to deliver an empty plate instead. That's a funny scenario. But if the robot is carrying a heavy crate of components inside a factory, misjudges its path, and a worker unexpectedly walks into its way, an error of just a few tenths of a second could become a genuine safety concern. This is exactly the aspect that many robot demonstration videos conveniently leave out. A robot can run fast, jump high, box, or even perform a perfect backflip in a carefully controlled environment. But the real world is never perfectly organized. A box may be left out of place, a door may not be fully open, the floor could be slippery, a child might suddenly run across its path, and an object the robot assumes is light could turn out to be much heavier than expected. That's why the most important upgrade in Optimus Gen 3 isn't making it look more human. It needs to see, understand, and react quickly enough to prevent a small mistake from turning into a serious consequence. According to the architecture Tesla is pursuing, Optimus may operate on a 2-layer system. Low-level tasks such as environmental perception, balance, and motion control would be processed locally on the robot itself. Meanwhile, Grok could serve as a higher-level intelligence layer, enabling the robot to understand natural language, handle complex requests, and coordinate with multiple Optimus robots working on the same task. And this is where the AI-5 chip could ultimately determine the future of Optimus. If the mechanical system is the body, then AI-5 is the brain. As Elon Musk has stated, the AI-5 chip is expected to deliver up to 5 times the useful computing performance of AI-4, along with significantly greater memory capacity and bandwidth. This allows data from cameras and sensors to reach the processor much faster, enabling the robot to observe, predict, and react almost simultaneously instead of constantly pausing to think. Tesla has to solve 2 challenges at the same time. Optimus must be fast, but not reckless. It must be autonomous, but never operate beyond safe limits. Yet a faster brain alone isn't enough. A robot may correctly recognize an egg, but if its hand can't precisely control its grip, breakfast still ends up on the floor. That's why Elon Musk has repeatedly emphasized that the hand is one of the most difficult parts of the entire Optimus project. Optimus Gen 3 is expected to feature hands with 22 degrees of freedom, nearly double that of the previous generation, along with actuators optimized for each part of the arm and hand. The hips require high torque to support weight and maintain balance. The shoulders need smooth, natural movement. The wrists must be highly flexible. Meanwhile, the fingers have to be strong enough to carry heavy objects while remaining delicate enough to hold a glass, fold clothes, twist off a bottle cap, or pick up a tiny object without damaging it. That's the difference between a robot built for demonstrations and one that's genuinely useful in the real world. Looking at robots such as Unitree, Kepler Forerunner, and Xpeng Iron, many Chinese humanoid robots can run fast, jump high, or perform backflips that attract millions of views online. But no family is going to spend tens of thousands of dollars just to watch a robot perform acrobatics in the living room. People will pay for a robot that saves them time, reduces physically demanding work, or helps care for loved ones. A robot that can do a perfect backflip but can't wash a single dish is nothing more than an expensive demonstration. A robot that moves more slowly but can clean the kitchen, carry items, sort inventory, and perform repetitive tasks for hours is the one that delivers real economic value. However, Optimus won't begin its journey by babysitting children, caring for the elderly, or cooking dinner for your family. This is one of the biggest misconceptions people have. Its first assignments will almost certainly take place inside Tesla factories, transporting materials, moving components, supporting logistics, performing basic inspections, and handling repetitive overnight tasks. Factory environments are far more controlled than homes, making them both safer and capable of generating immediate economic value. Inside a factory, Tesla can control the lighting, traffic routes, object placement, work pace, and the safe distance between robots and human workers. If Optimus makes a mistake, engineers can observe it, collect the data, and quickly improve the system. And if Optimus performs well in that environment, Tesla will gain something that few competitors possess: a massive real-world physical data feedback loop. Elon Musk has spoken about the idea of an Optimus Academy. When one robot learns, thousands of robots improve together. This advantage could create an acceleration effect that is extremely difficult for competitors to match. But that same learning capability also introduces one of the most serious risks. Optimus could learn something it was never supposed to learn. Musk has suggested that in the long run, robots may be able to watch a video and learn how to perform a similar task. It's an incredibly powerful idea. But how will a robot distinguish between a useful instruction and a dangerous behavior? That question may prove to be just as important as the robot's intelligence itself. Once Optimus enters private homes, hospitals, or elderly care facilities, Tesla will need to do far more than control the hardware. The company will also have to manage its training data, software updates, remote access, and every action the robot is authorized to perform. That's why a few bugs is not a minor detail that can be overlooked. It could become the defining test of whether Optimus remains confined to factories or eventually makes its way into millions of homes. The smarter a robot becomes, the more it can learn on its own and act independently, the higher the safety standards must be. Tesla doesn't just have to prove that Optimus can work like a human. It also has to prove that it's safe, much closer to real people than to the fictional scenarios portrayed in the Terminator or I, Robot. Tesla's biggest challenge is no longer building a robot that can walk, talk, or pick up an object in front of a camera. The real challenge is proving that millions of Optimus robots can operate consistently, reliably, and without turning into expensive machines that constantly require an engineer standing nearby. When only a small number of robots are produced, Tesla can inspect each one individually. But at a scale of millions of units, quality can no longer depend on inspection. It has to be built into the design and the manufacturing process from the very beginning. This is why Optimus Gen 3 is expected to feature not only a new appearance but also a redesign focused on manufacturability. Optimus 2.5